Is it possible to renegotiate based on my home upgrades? Have you recently made upgrades to your home and are wondering if you can renegotiate your real estate deal based on those improvements? Let's break down how this works. Yes, it is indeed possible to renegotiate a real estate transaction based on home upgrades. However, there are a few key factors to consider, including timing, documentation, and negotiation leverage. When you upgrade your property, those improvements can increase its market value. To use these upgrades as a reason for renegotiation, you need to have clear documentation. This means keeping receipts, permits, or professional appraisals that show the added value of your upgrades. This documentation is especially important when dealing with appraisal contingencies. These contingencies allow buyers to renegotiate or even cancel the deal if the home appraises for less than the agreed price. If the appraisal comes back lower than expected, you can request a price reduction or other concessions. You will need to demonstrate that your upgrades justify a higher value than what the appraisal reflects. Sometimes, sellers and buyers can find a middle ground. For example, if the appraisal is low, the seller might offer a credit or reduce the price by a certain amount. From the perspective of real estate investing, upgrades can be a powerful negotiation tool, but you should approach this strategically. Before finalizing your purchase, make sure the appraisal process takes your upgrades into account. You can engage with the appraiser or provide comparable sales data that reflected similar upgrades in the area. If you have an appraisal contingency in place, you can invoke it to renegotiate the price if the appraisal does not reflect the value of your upgrades. If the deal is already under contract and upgrades are made after the initial agreement, renegotiation is still possible. However, this requires agreement from the buyer and proper documentation of the upgrades. Another important aspect to consider is how upgrades can affect homeowner insurance negotiations. Improved or newer features may impact your insurance premiums or coverage terms. In summary, renegotiating based on home upgrades is possible, but it relies heavily on the results of the appraisal, documented evidence of the upgrades, and your negotiation skills. Using appraisal contingencies effectively and maintaining clear communication with all parties involved can help protect your investment interests and optimize your deal terms.